Congratulations! Next month in May, so many of you would have opportunity to travel Thailand almost freely. If you want to know about this information, please watch this video until the end as well. สวัสดีค่ะ It's me, teyasuchira. Today I have very good news, as many of you probably have seen me in a shot that I was running away from the big rock. Sorry about my craziness, but it's very exciting news. And for this video, it's going to be very important and a lot of information. So if any of you are planning to come to Thailand in May or after that, I highly recommend you to watch everything from the beginning until the end. Because even though it's easier to enter Thailand, but it's still a lot of things to know about it. Well, as I mentioned with you before, that on 22nd of April is going to be General CCSA having a meeting which the chairman is the Prime Minister. So it seems like Thailand already agreed that we are going to open a country freely. Actually, I can't say it's freely, but it's almost the same as Thailand before COVID-19. I think Thailand open right now probably about 80% or 85%. So from the 1st of May 2022, Thailand is going to be no more test and go program and also no more sandbox program. So they're going to have only two types of travelers. The first one is travelers who are already vaccinated and another one who are unvaccinated. So it's going to be only two types of groups. So just forget everything about test and go, sandbox or any kind of program. You just need to know that have you vaccinated yet or if you're unvaccinated. And after that, let's see the rule. Let me tell you about vaccinated people first. For fully vaccinated, it means you have to get vaccine for 2 doses. That is all. And after that, you are still required to have Thailand Pass. This one I'm talking about a person who are traveling to Thailand by flight, also by land and also by the water. Let me talk more about by flight because it seems like generally many of you are flying from your country to Thailand. If you are in a group of the fully vaccinated, when you enter Thailand, you still have to apply Thailand Pass. But I think with my experience, Thailand Pass, the difficulty of the Thailand Pass, the most headache one is about SHA Plus hotel booking. It's just because of many of you make the wrong hotel booking. You don't have the include with RT-PCR test. You don't have it include with the transportation. And also sometimes you fly before midnight, something like that. So sometimes the hotel charge you extra. So the headache stuff, the main headache in the past time is about hotel SHA Plus detail. It's not their fault. Actually, it's about information. Some people who enter Thailand don't have enough information. That is why you made a wrong booking and it's bring you a lot of headache. So from now, from the 1st of May, you don't have to do Hotel SHA Plus booking anymore. You can enter Thailand like before COVID-19 as well, which it means that once when you arrive Thailand, you just enter Thailand, just show the Thailand Pass, and then you can go to wherever you want to go. You want to have your girlfriend come to pick you up and just say hi. Oh my God, I miss you so much. Something like that. That kind of picture that you are dreaming to see your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your family picking you up at the airport. From the 1st of May is going to happen to everybody who's looking forward to meet someone at the airport, because right now it's going to be free. You don't have to book Hotel SHA Plus. You can book your own driver. You can go straight to your house. Nobody cares. What they care is they highly recommend you to do self-ATK. In case you don't know, self-ATK means Actually, I have example. Yeah, self-ATK means that you need to have something like this. This is called antigen antigen test kit, which it means that you got to do your own self COVID-19 test. Do you know how to do it? If you don't know how to do it, I can teach you in another video, not now. So they highly recommend you to do a self antigen test, and after you test, you found yourself that you are positive. In case you got positive, you catch COVID-19, you have to go to see the doctor or you have to quarantine, which is really depending on your symptom. And you also need, just because of you already got an insurance, so you can just go for a medication after that. And if you don't have much symptom, you just have to be isolated or you have to do your own quarantine. That is all from the 1st of May 2022, which is just only a few more days coming up. Another thing about entering Thailand, Thailand still require you to have an insurance which is cover COVID-19. But from before, they require you to have the cost of coverage about 20,000 US dollar. Right now, they decreased to have it just only 10,000 US dollar. And the price of an insurance, actually, this is something very important, just because of there are so many insurance company. What I've heard right now from today, even though Thai government reduce the cost of coverage of the COVID-19 to be 10,000 US dollar, but it seems like there are so many insurance company in Thailand, they do not discount to be coverage of the 10,000. So they don't have a package of 10,000 US dollar. They only have 20,000 US dollar coverage of the COVID-19. But just in case you can find it or my information is not updated yet, at least right now it's still like it happened today. And this is what I heard from the company that we sell insurance for our customers. He said that instead of we going to discount, make it cheaper, but we are planning to increase the price to be more expensive, because we found that we have so many people who catch COVID-19 just because of the Omicron spread very easy. So that's why there are so many people claim with the COVID-19 a lot. So the cost of the insurance is going to be increased from 25th of April. I'm talking about the company Tune that we are selling for our customers. And also another one we also sell for our customer, which is SHA. We also sell SHA for customer as well. And also the price is going to be expensive as well. So just in case any of you are planning to come to Thailand for sure, and you want to buy the old price, which is still sell today, from 22, 23, 24, only 3 days still have left. Just only three days has left. You can buy an insurance before you do something else. At least you know when you are traveling and you still pay the price which they haven't adjusted to be more expensive, which is going to start it on 25th of April. But just in case you have your own an insurance which is cover COVID-19 and at least is covered for 10,000 US dollar, you don't have to buy an insurance from Thailand. You can use your own insurance. And also when you apply Thailand Pass, just make sure that you upload it and let them check. And after that, you can use it in Thailand as well. So please read the policy that if you catch COVID-19 in Thailand, do you have to pay in advance, or your company, an insurance company that you bought with, are they going to pay all for you? Something like that. Just make sure you read a policy before you make a decision, and after that it's going to be okay. This is something a little bit headache about the entering Thailand Pass, and another thing about insurance. The rest of that is all good. Just because of Thailand Pass need to be updated, So from now until the end of the April, you guys still be able to apply Thailand Pass. But any of you who are entering Thailand from the 1st of May with new policy, without test and go, you are not ready to apply yet. So what I can recommend you is please don't plan to come to Thailand at the beginning of May yet, because one, you still are not be able to apply Thailand Pass. And if you have no choice, you may have to apply Thailand Pass as an old one like test and go. But another thing which is very headache right now is I heard the rumor from the hotel and tourism. They talk that any of you who already make a booking of the SHA Plus hotel, you probably will not get a refund from the hotel. The hotel will possibly refund you only the cost of RT-PCR test, but the rest of that, they will not refund to you. I hope my information is wrong. Because it's very, very, very annoying just because of it's not your fault at all why they don't refund to you. Or let's see, just because of it's just starting to have a meeting. I think the hotel, they need to talk a lot more about how to make tourists to be happy, including themselves, how to be fair for both of you. So let's see, and hopefully information that I heard from the Travel Association, I hope I'm wrong, because I feel a bit annoyed about this. I really hope that they're going to refund money to you. So any of you who haven't made a plan yet and you are looking forward to come back to Thailand without any rule, maybe without Thailand Pass, maybe you shouldn't travel in May. Maybe you just wait for June, July. I have no idea, but what I heard is that they're planning to have endemic in July, on the 1st of July. So if Thailand announced to have endemic in July, I believe Thailand Pass probably drop. I don't know. But what I think is, from now, when Thailand started to open in May, I think there's still lots of people complain about, we don't like Thailand Pass. Are you the one who don't like Thailand Pass? Please tell me. So if any of you feel like I don't want to come to Thailand yet, as long as you still have Thailand Pass, don't come yet. At least in May, they still require you to do a Thailand Pass. But it seems like many of you have been to Thailand, even though with Thailand Pass. So you already got experience like, well, it's not too bad. It's not difficult to fill the form, especially after no more Hotel SHA Plus, no more paying for the RT-PCR test. You only fill the form of your passport, of the insurance. That is all. Why not? It's just easy. But again, if you feel like, oh my God, I'm so scared, I'm afraid that I will get rejected, something like that. Myself, I still do Thailand Pass business, one-stop service business, but it's just because of the filling the form or anything that they require is a little bit is much easier. So the price of our Thailand Pass application fee is dropped to be a lot cheaper as well. So if you want to know how much is it, just write email to us. Okay, anyway, let's continue to talk about people who enter Thailand by the road, by the car, by the border of Thailand. So by the border of Thailand is also the same. But one thing is quite special, just because of sometimes we got the tourists who come to visit Thailand by the border just because of they do a business, or they only come to see their cousin or do something for a short time. So we have the new rule that anyone who enters Thailand by car, by road, by the border of the country If you enter Thailand within 2 days and then you got to go back, you don't have to do even Thailand Pass. You don't have to buy an insurance. You just enter Thailand, but you need to show the vaccination. After that, when you enter, they require you to do ATK. Just make sure that you are safe. But ATK is easy. So that is quite a good news. And I believe that many of you who live by the border of the country would be very interested to enter Thailand from now, actually from next month. And in the very near future, Thailand also is going to plan to open the border at the many borders around the country. So any of you guys who live by the border or you are traveling from Malaysia, from Cambodia, and also from Laos, please look forward about the news that which border is going to open. I think it's going to be very soon because we need a business back to our country, and also I believe you need a business from our country to your country as well, right? And entering by land is exactly the same as when you enter by flight, which it means any of you who are traveling and enter by the border of the country, you need to have the Thailand Pass, you need to show the vaccinated, you need to show the vaccinated certificate, also an insurance, exactly the same like what I just told before. And next one, I want to talk for unvaccinated people. This one I think is very good news as well, just because of usually from the beginning of the entering Thailand, unvaccinated has to quarantine for 2 weeks. And after that, they reduce to quarantine for 10 days. And then they reduce to 5 days. But from the 1st of May, any of you guys who are unvaccinated, you have two choices. If you enter Thailand and you do RT-PCR test before entering the countries within 72 hours of your flight, I mean like before you fly, you show the test of RT-PCR test, and when you enter Thailand, you are going to be free SMS everyone. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you! Because I have so many of my friends, they are very close friends as well. They're from many countries from all over the world, especially from France, from UK, from Canada. Many of my friends, they are unvaccinated, it's their choice, and I really want them to come back. So congratulations, this is a good news for you. But for unvaccinated, if you don't do RT-PCR test before entering the country, once when you enter the country, you really need to do a quarantine for 5 days before you can go out. So that is your choice. But if I were you, I would do RT-PCR test before I fly to the country. Then I can just go travel anywhere I like. But one new rule about unvaccinated, just because of they require you to show the negative test of RT-PCR before you enter Thailand within 72 hours. You need to fill this form before you fly into Thailand Pass. So for this information, I may have to just wait and see for the further information, because it seems like the system of Thailand Pass, they're going to wait for you to fill the form of the RT-PCR test before you travel the country. I don't know what they are going to do. And just because of that, they just agree with all of this, the new rule. So they need some time to work and change the system. That's why they're going to start it to do it on the 1st of May, which is only a week only. So it's good for you as well that you can make a plan and you can think about it, that if you are coming here in May, or you would rather wait until June or July. So this is all about your choice. But just in case any of you already bought a ticket of the flight in May, you got to know like you don't have to book the hotel of the test and go anymore. And once when you enter Thailand, one thing that Thailand is still require you to do is you must wear a mask at all time when you are in a public. So when you walk anywhere, especially when you are in a crowded area, you need to wear a mask. So when you walk around, when you travel, one thing you can have a look. If people around you, they all wear masks, you shouldn't be the only one who don't wear a mask. So please respect the public. Just because of the in Thailand, we still have the COVID-19 in Thailand a lot as well, but we are trying to adjust ourselves to live with COVID-19. So I think in July, if you want to wait for coming in July, maybe they will remove a mask. I don't know. But if you come here in May and June, you still have to wear a mask, I believe. But let's see when they're going to request you to remove the mask when you are in public. So let's see. Another thing which is a good news for any of you who like to party, go and drink. Right now, we just make it a little bit more relaxed by letting you to stay in a restaurant for until midnight. So just slowly better, even though it's not until the morning, but it's still better. In Thailand, we also have we make the color in the East province because some province we got so many people who catch COVID-19, so we make it as a color like green color, yellow color, and also we have blue color, or we call a blue zone. Blue zone means that province is the province for tourism. So right now we added more blue zone province, which is right now we have 12 provinces which is going to be easier for travelers to go. The first one is Bangkok, and then Krabi, and then Kanchanaburi, Chonburi, Chiang Mai, Nonthaburi, Pathum Thani, Phang Nga, Phetchaburi, Phuket, and then we have more in Rayong and Songkhla in some area of Songkhla province. So I want to say congratulations for many provinces who are looking forward to have the tourists back, and hopefully the business is going to be back for them as well. For myself, I'm starting to have many requests for people who want to do a tour with me, like a private tour to visit in Bangkok, in Ayutthaya. I do tour for the size of tourists from the 1 people to 12 people. So if you're interested to do tour with me, you're more than welcome to just email to me as well. And also myself and Stella, we still do a business of the one-stop service. As long as Thailand Pass is not cancelled yet, we still have a lot of tourists who require us to do. So if you need any help, you have any question, you're still more than welcome to write email to me. And this is all I want to tell you. And for today, it's a little bit like I have to do report at night because of I think many of you are looking forward to hear information from me. And myself, I just translated from what the doctor announced in Thai and also in English version. So I just want to make sure that my information is clear. So if you still have more information, it means that they still not explained for the further information yet. I tell you all for what I have right now as they do a press release on the news for you. So if you need to know more further information, you may need to wait for more just in case they would tell anything more. I would definitely will tell you more. So just because of I report the news in my room, and many of you like to ask me about this guitar, can I play? Well, I can play before. I can play only 4 chords. 4 chords is already good, right? And this one is given from the friends from Canada. I got just because of a few years ago, I got a chance to live in the Nong Khai. Nong Khai is a province which is by the border of Thailand, and Nong Khai, we got a lot of friends who are just traveler. Sometimes they stop in Nong Khai just because of they can cross the border to Laos, and then they can do renew the passport. So Nong Khai is one of the very good destination. So in that community of the foreigner, there are so many artists, and it's a beautiful culture that once when they're going to move or travel somewhere else, sometimes just because of the rent, they rent the house or they stay for a long time. Sometimes they keep passing what they wanted to give it away to another foreigner who just stay there for longer. So this one is given by an artist who love to do a gig at the town in Nong Khai. So that is why it's just like a good memory. And I love this kind of beautiful culture. And also it's just like you practice also yourself not to stick or not to feel owned of everything. Giving away, it just make us feel like, well, nothing is belong to us, even though our life, this is my Buddhist philosophy as well. So if I have chance, I don't want to mention anything, but if I have a chance, I will practice and play guitar. I don't know when. If you're interested, you can tell me. I can try, but only 4 chords. Like a baby, like a kid playing guitar. Anyway, this is all that I want to share with you. Hopefully, you are happy to hear about it. Of course, it's not the best. It's not perfect. Some of you want something better than this. Otherwise, you're not going to come to Thailand. I totally understand. Some people come to Thailand just because of they are satisfied and they're happy to come here. Some people don't want to come here because they're not happy yet. So if you're not happy, you can just wait until you are ready to come. So Thailand is just always here. We are ready to just welcoming you all back, or any of you who are new travelers. Just wait for more information. Soon when the news about update Thailand is done, I will promise you everything about every video that I'm going to upload on this channel. Every time I watch my video, you are going to learn everything about Thailand, because I want to share everything about knowledge of Thailand to you guys. So if you're interested to learn real Thailand, real Thai culture, history, and everything, even learn me to get to know me better, please don't miss watching my video and subscribe my channel, because soon it's going to be real It's Thai Things channel. I'm so excited. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice day. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And if you like it, please give me a thumb up. If you appreciate it, and if you appreciate it with information that I have for you today, you feel like you want to support my channel, you want to buy me a coffee, you can have a look in the description how to buy me a coffee. And sorry, I talk a lot for this video because I feel like, oh, my job is almost done. I want to give a lot more. Anyway, I'll see you soon next time. สวัสดีค่ะ